It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Chicago Bears.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
59 mark, 59 mark, check, 59. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, check 24,
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second and 11 at the 21.
2nd and 11. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. For Jonathan Taylor, it's going to be interesting to see his workload going forward because Marlon Mack obviously was going to get a lot of time in that Colts backfield, but with his injury to the Achilles, the spotlight's going to shine brighter on Jonathan Taylor. Very talented runner out of Wisconsin. We'll see what he can do as the season progresses. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the handoff, this is Taylor. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
But you have to remember, that's a rookie quarterback out there, and I have to believe he was completely confused by the coverage. And now, after he's thrown a pick 6, I just wonder about his state of mind the rest of the way.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Colts 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett escaping the pressure right. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen.
Number 29.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Leonard on the
well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
His pass intended for Jack Doyle. Incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the
following the incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Colts nothing.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They go play action with Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So the directional kicking, problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line.
28-yard line.
Get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger. From the 24, Trubisky got a man. It's Patterson complete.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Chicago.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 now.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Switch up. Like my boy.
Now it's Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Bears 14, Colts nothing. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Brissett tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action now. Brissett finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 44 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
5-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play fake, Brissett. Rolling to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'. Look, 180. I want to work. I want to work. I got him. Back. Hey, 50 M's the mic. Go 50 M's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy?
After the interception, here's Trubisky, buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Kenny Moore brought him down.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well, so where's the lock?
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They run with Hines. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down.
7-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Colts field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 15. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He was brought down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th.
Down into the third quarter of play with the score Bears 28, Colts 3.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit the tackle for loss to Robert Quinn.
42.
On play action, Brissett. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
35, watch 35. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Trubisky will throw. And able to find Graham, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st down.
58, come on. Check pass. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. I got him. Yep.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score, Bears 28.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, up